has moved to KwaZulu-Natal, and the Director General in the KZN Premier's office says allegations that she's corrupt are malicious and intended to discredit her. Last week, uMhlatuze Goge spent almost a week in custody following her arrest. She faces charges of fraud, intimidation, defeating the ends of justice, all relating to an irregular appointment of service providers in a water project in uMhlatuze. Goge is currently on bail. She says she's ready to return to work on Monday. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge following the story for us, joining us live from Durban. So, Sipha, you actually spoke to the DG, and she's still the DG. Let's deal with that first. You're going to tell us what she told you when you asked her why she's still in her job. But have you actually got clarity from the Premier herself on this issue? She's got a corruption-accused person still in her office.
Well, the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, uMhlatuze, has not been commenting on the matter. We've been trying to get comment from her. Even my colleague, Dasentathe, who was doing the story earlier on last week, tried so hard to get a comment from the Premier. You would understand that this is a matter of public interest. The people of KwaZulu-Natal would want to know what the Premier has to say about a Director General who is one of, the top civil servant in KwaZulu-Natal. She was arrested. She spent about 4 nights in a cell, and then she was granted a 25,000 rand bail. She's out as we speak, and the bail conditions only say she cannot get anywhere near uMhlatuze water. And it says nothing about her current job, and I guess that is where she gets the strength and, the confidence that she can return to work. Because if you read her bail conditions, they mention nothing about her current work as the Director General of the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Government. Premier uMhlatuze is in Gauteng. She was attending the Cabinet Lekgotla. We'll continue to try and get some comments from her when it comes to this matter. But the Director General is of the view that her arrest has got nothing to do with her current job. In fact, she says she's not arrested for fraud and corruption. It's just the charge of intimidation and defeating the ends of justice. And then she says she does not feature anywhere when it comes to the allegations of corruption in this matter. I interviewed her earlier today, and this is what she had to say when I did ask her that opposition political parties are calling on the Premier to place her on special leave, or she must be suspended pending the finalization of her court case. This is how she responded.
This matter, without even going into details, as I've explained, has got nothing to do with the work that I do as the Director General of the province of KwaZulu-Natal, located in the office of the Premier. When I was arrested and I did not get bail, the Premier appointed an acting Director General so that the work of government delivering services to the people could not stop. And I'm going back to work on Monday to continue with my work that I've been appointed to do.
So she's back in the office on Monday. She says it's got nothing to do with her current job. But the reality is, by her own admission, she's facing charges of intimidation and defeating the ends of justice, I think you mentioned. Talk us through what she's actually accused of doing so that we can then decide if that's serious enough to affect any job you might be in.
Well, according to the state alleges that the DG is accused of basically trying to interfere with a forensic investigation at the uMhlatuze Water Board. One of the accused is said to have gone to the board chairperson and demanded a forensic report, the hard copy, and then it is alleged that that was facilitated by the Director General of the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Government, that is Dr. uMhlatuze Goge. The state alleges that said she was crucial in facilitating that meeting, which led to the allegations of intimidation against the board chair. Of course, it's something that she denies, and she says when it comes to this matter, she was surprised that she was even arrested and that it took almost a week for her to be granted bail. But she did tell eNCA that yes, in the past, she was asked by the then Premier, Siphamandla, to be on the panel that was responsible for shortlisting and interviewing candidates for board positions, and later on a candidate for a position of being the CEO of uMhlatuze Water Board. But apart from that, she says she has never had any dealings with uMhlatuze Water. This is what she had to say.
The board now, the current board, approached me because there was an acting CEO. There was no permanent CEO. Then they approached me to assist as a panel member to appoint the CEO, which we did. We followed all the recruitment processes, and the CEO was appointed. That's where I started and ended with uMhlatuze Water.
All right, so just to be clear, she doesn't face fraud charges, but it's intimidation charges, defeating the ends of justice. But we all know, of course, for someone to be charged, there has to be at least prima facie evidence, a sign that there could be some substance. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Meantime, she'll be back at work in the DG as DG for the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal come Monday. Thank you so much for that update. That's senior reporter Siphamandla Goge coming to us from Durban.